Hello, everyone. Noon just struck the clock, so I figured we would go ahead and get started. Thank you to everyone tuning in live today, and to those of you watching the recording. We missed you, but we're so happy that you were watching it on your own time. Today's topic is empowering your business, exploring e-commerce with Square Online. So let's go ahead and get started. As usual, a huge shout out to Center for Rural Affairs for working with the Grow Nebraska Foundation throughout the whole year and sponsoring all of our Grow Nebraska trainings. They do some really awesome things for women-owned businesses, so be sure to visit cfra.org to learn more about how they can help you and your business. Our featured sponsor for October, wrong month, is BNSF Railway, so a huge thank you to them. And our featured member is Broken Spoke Boutique, and they joined Grow in 2023. So be sure to pay their boutique a little visit and do some shopping. And then this week's presenter is Martin. He is back for his third webinar and presentation over Square. So I'm going to let Martin take it over. And if you have any questions for him, be sure to pop them in the chat or in the little Q&A tab down below, and he would be happy to answer them.
I was cleaning my glasses so I could see. Awesome. All right. Yeah. Happy to be back. Thank you, Zoe. And so today we're talking all things e-commerce, right? So for those of you that know Square, probably know about just in-person payments and, swiping a card and all of that. But today we're talking about all the ways that you can take payments online. And so I'm going to do something a little bit different here, because when we talk about selling online, um, it's very visual, right? So your photos have to be top notch. Your image, your product images have to really convey the quality that you want in order for folks to make purchases from you online. And there's a lot of ways you can do that. Obviously, professional photographers, a lot of photographers have transitioned or pivoted to product photography because they've already have backgrounds and things that they can photograph. It's easier to photograph a still product than a squirming kid, right? So a lot of them have transitioned to that because of the huge need that was seen for that. No longer are just these blurry, cell phone pictures going to work anymore. Not that cell phone pictures are bad. Most of them I see are from cell phone pictures, but it's super easy to do. You can have a photographer do that stuff for you, or you can do it yourself. I'm gonna do a little demo here real quick, just of the Photo Studio app and how you can take really high quality photos just with your phone, and how you can use those to sell online. So let me do that here. Give me 1 second. Trying to find my phone screen here. And then we'll actually go into just, the whole Square Online piece here. But I can't seem to find my phone screen here. Give me 1 minute. Let's see if that'll work. And then, as I mentioned, please feel free to throw any questions that you have in the chat. If there's anything specific you want to see, I mean, this time is for y'all. So, with anything specific you want to see or learn, just let me know. All right. So I've got my cell phone here. I've got it connected, and of course, I have the. Are y'all seeing my phone screen before I even move forward? Are y'all seeing that? Someone wants to throw that in the chat or come off mute real quick, just so I know.
Yeah, I can see your phone screen right now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, so we've got the Square Photo Studio app here, and there's tons of like apps out there. These photo apps that can do this. This is ours, so obviously I'll showcase that one. But it's called the Square Photo Studio app. It's free to download. Currently only for iPhone, but eventually for Android as well. All right, so here we have. We're going to open that up. Obviously using our phone camera here. And I've got Lego Martine here. Let me move him a little closer. Snap a little photo of him here. And we're going to get to work. So the camera here now, or the app is actually going to be working to remove the background of that. We didn't have a whole lot of background there, so make that super easy. So you can see here, we can save that. And we have our Lego Martine now in the background there. And we can see, we can add, different color here. You can see there's even some shading there, some lighting, so you can mix that all up. One cool new feature here, this is very, very new, and you're going to see this in a lot, you're probably hearing about it a lot, is AI. You have AI generated backgrounds. So let's go next here to style that. For AI. All right, so we can let's do some indoor, put them up against a brick wall here. And if we give that a minute, it'll generate a background here for us on a brick wall. So we took Lego Martine that was just sitting here on my desk, remove the background. Again, we can just add that background there. So now we've got our Lego Martine here on a brick background. And so there's tons of these in there, AI generated backgrounds that you can do. You can see how there's some gap there. So now I have this photo. I can just download it to my phone, use it for my social media, make a meme out of it, whatever I want to do with that. But I can also sell it, right? So I can sell it now, and I can connect it to my Square account. Let me go ahead and sign in here. So I can either add it and it'll go up onto my website to sell, or I can sell it here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to sell that. Because again, when we think of e-commerce, it's not necessarily just a website, right? It just means you being able to sell online, people being able to pay for your products and services online. Let's see if I've got the right password here. Yep. I got two-factor authentication on. Wait for that code. All right, so now I can create a link here. So we've taken the picture, we've added a background here. We've got Lego Martine. Spell my own name right here. We're going to sell him for $5. And I'm just going to do brick wall. That's the background here. Cool. So this would be like, I only have one of these little guys here. So maybe I don't have to create a whole website or put it on my website to do that. Maybe I'm selling it on Instagram or TikTok or whatever platform I want to choose here, right? And I want to be able to have somebody pay for that. So now I've got a checkout link here that I can, share on my social media, or I can just copy this link and I can send a text message. I'll send it to myself here. I'm going to send myself a Square link. So this is a secure checkout link that I can now click on. So my customer now gets that link. They click on it, takes them to a secure checkout page where they can purchase Lego Martine here, right? So they can go in, they can use Apple Pay, Google Pay if they have that on their phone already. Most do, right? They can easily use that, or they can put in their info here to purchase that with that. You'll see Square Pay on here. Square Pay is if you've ever purchased from a Square website, you can save your information there, and that's not saved with, like, if you were to save your information on this website, which is my test website, right? I don't save that information for you. I'm not managing that Square, and that's in the Square database. So if I go to another Square website and purchase and put in my phone number, it'll then recognize me there, and your payment info is saved. So, and here we have, this is e-commerce, right? So this is, I'm selling online. Someone is making a payment online, right, on their phone, on the browser here to pay for that, right? And again, I could have multiple of these. I could have one of these. For this makes it super, super easy to be able to do that. So I love this as like e-commerce light, right? So maybe if you're someone who's creating one of a kind type items and you're not wanting to, go to your website, add that item, put it up online, have somebody buy it, have it show sold out, and then have to take it down because you only made one, or you're ever only going to make one, you can do. Now, that's kind of the long way of going through that process, taking a picture, doing all that. You don't necessarily have to do that, If we go in here to the Square app itself, the Square point of sale app, right? We can do that same thing. So this is my test account here. I'm going to go to my library of items. Someone saw my went on my website and said, "Hey, I want this specific bike. I see you've got one left. I really want to get it. Cool. If you pay for it right now, I'll hold it. You can pick it up later. Great. How do I do that? Cool. Let me send you a link here. I'm going to go to charge, just like if they were in person, but I'm not going to take a payment here. I'm going to go here and I'm going to send payment link. I'm going to send that same exact type of link to my customer here, right? Send via text. I just send that to their text message, or again, I can share that link. I can copy it, send it through there or through social. However, I want to do that. Again, easy way for you to sell online or to have people accept payments online for you. So that's simple, quick, and easy way to do that. And the payment link, I love it. Ever since we started using it, it's blown up. Folks are really, really taking to it, using it quite a bit. Got to charge my reader. But again, it makes it super easy to do e-commerce, right? Right there, you don't even have to build a website. Maybe you're working on a website and folks are asking for your product and service. Cool, you can do that right then and there and do that. Again, so we use the free Square Photo Studio app, the free Square Point of Sale app, and we're able to sell through there very quickly, very easily. All right, so I wanted to just kind of showcase that, just as again, just an easy way to sell online. And then you also have the more traditional type of way, which is via a website, right? So we have Square Online, which is Square's first party solution for e-commerce. Are y'all seeing my current screen with that says sell anything with a free online store?
I can see it.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So Square started in 2009. We didn't have our own first party website solution. We had partnered with like WordPress or GoDaddy or Wix, like to build your website through them and connect Square as the payment processor on the back end. So we partnered with them. But in 2018, Square purchased a company called Weebly.com, which was an online e-commerce website builder. They were all online world. Square was primarily in-person world. They bought Square in 2018, which is where I had been for a few years, brought us all over and said, all right, you're the new e-commerce solution for Square. And we set to building the new Square Online store, launched that in 2019, like late 2019, which isn't that long ago. And there's already tons of website builders out there to choose from, hosting companies and the like. So we had to do something a little bit different, and we kind of mimicked the same aspect like Square, right? You can create an account with Square for free, download the app for free, and start selling, and you're only paying that per transaction fee, right? For most website builders, you pay hosting fees, you pay a monthly fee for the builder, and then you have a transaction fee as well. So we launched the Square Online Store for free. You can build a free online store to be able to sell really any way you want here for kind of really any type of business. But our number one vertical is restaurants. So you have, you can build a free store for your restaurant to be able to, increase your capabilities there, for letting folks, number one, if they're still coming into your place of business there, they can order by a QR code or even just see your menu by a QR code. They can also order via that QR code at their table. All those orders get shot to, sent over to the kitchen. Those get ready and then brought out as they're ready. In person and curbside pickup, right? You can do that as well. Folks can go to your website, purchase from you online, either pick that up or have you bring it out to the vehicle. And you can also do delivery as well. We've kind of flipped the script here on delivery, where a lot of restaurants were relying on these third-party apps, your Uber Eats, your DoorDashes, Postmates, things like that, for folks to order through them and then use the restaurant essentially as a kitchen. And they weren't necessarily the restaurant's customers; they were the app's customer. and there was, a lot of fees. There is a lot of fees involved with that. And if you run a restaurant, if you ever run a restaurant, margins usually are pretty slim. So it eats a lot of that profit away. What we've done here is folks are able to order directly from your website for delivery, and you can have integration with Uber Eats or DoorDash, and they would pick up the order and deliver that for you. But the customer's ordering directly from you instead of from their app. So that's your customer, those are your margins, and the delivery fee is paid by the customer like normal. But then the Uber Eats and the DoorDashes are really just getting that delivery fee. They're not getting that piece of your food fees. So it makes it easier for you to offer those services without eating as much into your profit. So kind of flipping that there. So restaurants, multiple ways you can build a website for that. Now, we launched late 2019. Of course, 2020 hits, right? COVID hits, in person, pretty much halts, right? You have the lockdowns, shelter in place, things like that. We have tons of restaurants, retail stores that were maybe using Square for the in-person, but maybe I had a website up and running that just was, photos, maybe a PDF menu, but no way to order online. They didn't necessarily have to build an all new website with Square. They could just order an online ordering page, build an online ordering page just to take orders and connect that to their existing website. So you can do that. We can also have services. So barbershops, salons, consultants, things like that, where you're offering appointment scheduling. And then, of course, for retailers as well, you can do really any type of retail type website where you're doing delivery, shipping, pickup. I mean, you can see those same options for delivery or for retail type as well. And of course, you can integrate with things like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Google My Business, Google product listings. You can integrate all that with your online store, right? You have your one main central place of business, your online store, and you have all these other channels that are connected to that. So it lets you really expand there. And of course, most everyone, right, is doing like I was just doing everything from their mobile device. So your phone, so your website has to work on a mobile device, has to be fast. Our builder is a mobile first design, so nothing different that you have to do in order to build it to make it like that. We already automatically do that. So it can be very secure that your site is going to work on really any type of device. Then, of course, right, if you're an omni-channel type of business where you've got a brick and mortar and an online store, you don't want to have multiple things in multiple places. So your coupons, your discounts, your marketing, really all integrate together to work. So you can send out a coupon code that can work in person and on your online store. Loyalty program can also integrate into both email marketing, text message marketing. All of that really integrates into the one thing here. When we're talking about shopping and paying online, one of the newest payment options here is Afterpay. Afterpay is a company that Square purchased about a year and a half ago, and this lets you offer the ability to sell, to offer your customers payments. Essentially, your customer can make payments. You get the full money up front, but your customer makes payments. Right, helps really boost your sales, boost your overall cart size, things like that. So you can integrate that. That is optional. It's not anything you have to do by default. You can turn it on or off if you so choose. And of course, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Cash App, Afterpay, all of these things are all available as payment options through online. Of course, you're going to have your reporting integrated as well. And I kind of already talked about marketing, your loyalty, gift cards, customer directory, all of these other services that work in conjunction with that are all integrated as well. And then we do, of course, have an app marketplace for third-party apps like Printful, print on design type of things, Shippo for more detailed shipping. We have a blogging option as well. I already talked about Square Photo Studio. We kind of did the demo there. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. I really wanted to get in and log in so we can do some live demo here. I'm just kind of build a website as we go here. But while I'm logging in, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot those in the chat there. or I mean, we've got I don't have a huge group, so I mean, if you wanted to unmute, you can, if you're able to. I don't. It's always giving us permission to. We can do that. So let me log in here, and so I'm just logging into my Square account, just like any Square customer would, right? And you're going to land into your dashboard here. And can someone give me a thumbs up or a yes if you're seeing the Square dashboard? I just want to make sure I'm not moving along and you're not seeing anything. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So yeah, again, this is the Square dashboard. So as a Square seller, I have my items. These are the things that I sell. In this situation, I'm a Square. I'm a bike shop. I sell bikes, right? I've got these Lego Martins that as you can see, I've done that demo a couple times here, and we want to take those items and sell them online. Real quick here, Margie, just how did you start the photo app and get the Martin guy? The Lego Martin. I mean, it's just a Lego figurine that our marketing team had ordered and had the little square logo printed on there. But the Square Photo Studio app, it's free. You can go to the iPhone or the Apple App Store and just type in Square Photo Studio, and you can download that there for free. And it's just Margie, you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. It's addicting. Me taking, like I said, I do a lot with it for photos that I'm not using to sell or things like that, just for fun. All right. So in this situation, I'm a brick and mortar bike store, right? I've got these items here, my bikes that I want to sell, some some accessories and things like that. I'm gonna get rid of these Lego guys here, just because I don't want them on my store. I'm going to archive those items just so they're not available to sell there. All right, perfect. All right, you can see here I'm getting prompted, hey, if you want to sell online, you can use Square, right? You can use the Square Online. So in this situation, I'm a brick and mortar store. I want to sell my bikes on. I want to have people be able to sell my bikes online, and do that here. Let's see. I already have. I think I started building one last time. Let me just do a new one here. So I'm going to add a new site. Mike's Bikes 3. My address. I want to definitely want to do pickup. So continue. That's going to go ahead and just build that up for me here. And I'm still using the free platform here. Everything I'm doing is on the free plan. And let's edit the site here. And again, it's going to kind of walk us through just through the builder here. It's essentially drag and drop or section based, so you can add whatever sections you want. Got into the wrong place here. Go back to the dashboard. Sorry about that. There we go. Edit site. So this, I think I'm having some issues with the builder right now. Awesome technology. Not sure why it's doing that. All right, so we'll go back into the builder here once it's up. Uh, all right, so we've got our Mike's Bikes website here. We've built a real simple one-page site, right? We've got our main banner here. We've got our bikes that we sell in person. We've got them here as some featured items. We can see this bike here kind of switches up when we mouse over it. That's because we have multiple images for it. So if we go into this white cruiser here, we only have one photo. But if we go back into this red and black one here, we can see we have multiple photos that we can do there. We can see if we want to buy this bike, actually we can click on the photo there and we can get a zoomed in look. And then we can decide if we want to get it shipped to us or if we want to pick it up, right? So I want to pay for it so no one else, takes it from me. We can do that. Now, let's see if we have a bike here that maybe it's low on stock. All right, so some other sections here. So we added an Instagram section here to kind of showcase your Instagram. I can go ahead and go through your posts and see that. Again, we are a brick and mortar store, so we can see our location, our hours, and a little email marketing sign up there, and then our social media connections there as well. Simple one-page site, right, to do what we needed to do. We have gift cards integrated here. We go to shop, that's going to show us all of our items, all the things we offer. And just like any other type of category, we can go by category. So if we go to accessories and click into accessories, this can bottle holder that snaps onto your bike, we can click onto it. And then, there's multiple colors, right? So we can pick multiple colors here. We can pick the blue one and then, do that there. You can see offering me some similar items here. Add to cart. Again, going to be very, very similar to just about any major platform out there where you can, make that purchase there. Again, we can see here we've got it set up for pickup. So I'm buying this bike, and then it's going to allow me to pick it up here. I can pick it up by 11:30. If I want to do curbside, I can just turn that on, and then let them know, hey, I'm outside in this, blue Toyota Camry. If I want to add a coupon or a gift card, I can do that here as well. You can see our subtotal, our taxes, and then continue to payment. And we don't have any shipping there because we're doing pickup. If we were to do shipping, then our shipping would kick in there as well. There we go. All right. So yeah, that was odd. So now we're into the builder here. Let me go back. So this is just the checkout flow here. I don't think I have. No, I don't have Afterpay turned on, so you can't see the Afterpay option. So this is going to be your straightforward retail type of look. I also have, if you're a restaurant, we've got Kenny's Burgers here. Are you guys seeing this screen as well? The hamburger shop. I want to make sure if I'm going between tabs, you can see that. Was that a yes from Monica? Okay. Cool. So this is a restaurant style site, right? So you have your menu. I can go into my burger option here, and I can either do local delivery or again I can do pickup here. This actual one has multiple locations, so you don't need a website for every location. So maybe you've got this is Kenny's Burgers. They've got a spot on Market Street and a spot on Mission Street. So I can pick whichever is closer to me. I can update that, make sure I'm picking up at the right location, and then I can go back into here and pick what I want. Right, so I can do my cook temp, medium rare, medium well done. I can add extra ketchup, no onions. If I want extra cheese, I can do a charge for extra cheese there, right, and add that to my cart for pickup. Then of course you can add your sides and all of that, or you can just click here to explore the entire menu, and you can see all of your menu items are in here. Right, I can add my fountain drink, I can add that, and I can pick from the multiple options here for drinks. And this is going to be your food and beverage flow for restaurants. So again, you can do pickup, delivery, anything there. Now this is just the ordering page here. So let's say Kenny's Burgers again was one of those businesses that was using Square and maybe had a website up and running with their PDF menu and like a Google map to their location, but didn't have the way to order online. They could just add this ordering page to their current website, add like order now, click on it, and it takes them to this ordering page. They don't necessarily have to build an entirely new website. So that'll be, I'll get into the builder here back in just a second. I see some questions here. What is the difference between Squarespace and Square? I love that question only because I hear it a lot. The Squarespace and Square are two different companies. First and foremost, Squarespace is an e-commerce platform, so they're a website builder. They've been around for some time. They offer a website builder, right, to build your website with. Square is us. We're the payments platform where you can use us to take credit cards in person, by invoice, and now of course by a website, by our own website builder as well, which is Square Online. So two different companies. Good question though, because I get it. And then Margie's asking if you want to do an e-commerce site with Square. You said something about Square connection to Weebly and heard something about hosting. Not necessary. Yeah, so Square purchased Weebly. Weebly essentially doesn't exist anymore. Now it's all Square Online. We host the website, so you're not paying for hosting or anything like that. Actually, I'll put both of these examples here in the chat so you can kind of see those sites here. And this is what you can do with the free version of the web builder. And then of course we do have some upgraded plans to get like your own domain name, some custom fonts, just some upgraded features. For the most part, a lot of our sellers are using the free version. But yeah, not to further confuse you there, but yeah, so don't think of Weebly anymore. It's all going to be Square Online. It was the Weebly team that built it, but Weebly essentially doesn't exist anymore because they Square bought out Weebly, and it made us the e-commerce option there. So both of those, that Kenny's Burgers and Mike's Bikes, those are both built on our free platform. You can add you can add unlimited pages. You can sell unlimited items. You can do pickup, delivery, shipping, taxes, coupons, integration with Instagram, things like that, all on the free plan. It's very, very feature packed. For the most part, the free version of our builder is like the $25 a month version with some other folks out there. So you can do that. All right. So I think our builder's back online here. So let me get back in there. All right, so this is the builder, right? So this is what it looks like in here. And you can see we're just made up of different sections here. So as you want to add more, you just add a section, and you can see you've got all these different sections that you can add. Probably the one you'll use the most is text and image, right? And you can see here, as soon as I click on it, kind of adds it. It's gray areas where an image would go. You have your text on the right there. You can add multiple images. You can do half image, half text, image on top. Like you can see all these different layouts here. Let's add this one here. So you can add an image here. And of course, you can just click into here, change the text to whatever you want it to be. And Margie had a question there. What if you already have a domain name? So a couple things you can do if you already have a domain name. Number one, you can, so like the mikespikes.square.site, right? That's your address. That's where folks would go to see your website. But let's say you had mikespikes.com. You already owned it at like GoDaddy, right? One of the major domain names out there. You could just set up free domain name forwarding. And if somebody clicks on mikespikes.com, it takes them directly to mikespikes.square.site. And that's where they would land. one way you can do that without paying anything extra. If you wanted to connect that domain name and get rid of the .square.site address, then you would upgrade to one of our paid plans. I think it's the professional plan. That one is like $25 a month. That gives you some other features as well. But that would be if you wanted to do that. If you wanted to get rid of the square.site portion completely, some folks don't really. It doesn't really matter. Having the square.site address on there. So it's entirely up to you if you want to do that, how you want to do that. All right, so we can add our image here, and then of course we've got our text here, and then you can just type in, log in and type in whatever you want. You can see we've got some kind of funky fonts here. Of course, you can go in here to site design, and you can add your logo. You can change your colors, right? So we want this to reflect your brand and how that looks like. So you can go in here and your main color, right? You can either do the kind of the pinwheel here, or the hex code of your main brand color, you can just add that there. And then you can add, secondary colors, as well as many colors, as you want there. Different fonts. Go back here, site design, right? Your fonts. We've got a ton of fonts already in here that you can use. And for different areas, your font styles. Or you can have different fonts for your titles, for your paragraphs, things like that. So you can really customize it to however you want to do that. Your buttons, so you can do them like to more of a rectangle, rounded rectangle, or pill kind of rounded shape. For your images, you can do them sharp edges or rounded edges. So you can really get in and kind of nitty gritty, kind of do what you want to do. Again, within each section, you're going to have the different layouts that you can choose from, and then again, you can just keep adding sections. You can add more pages, right? However, really you want to do that is entirely up to you. Now, like on this Mike Spikes page, right? I added in the builder, I added this new section here, but you can see on the live website, it's not there. It's because we haven't hit publish. So you can build your website to a certain point, publish it, make it go live. That's what folks will see online. But then of course you can go in and edit the site as much as you want. And until you hit publish again, folks won't see, the extra stuff that you added. So you can go in there. Again, we can add a new page, add a contact us page, and that'll kind of already have a default contact form added. But again, folks won't see that on my website until I hit publish again. And so we can keep adding more to this contact us page here. Now, if it's the first time you're building it and you don't want to publish it and you don't want folks to see it, you can preview it. Right? You can click here. You can preview what your website would look like. You can even preview to see what it would look like on a mobile phone, right? It automatically does that. You can see it automatically fits that to a mobile phone. And if you wanted to share this with someone and say, hey, how does my website look? You have any pointers, right? You can just share the share link with them and they can see what you've built, but it won't be live for anyone else. So you can do a lot of that. Now, if we're on mobile here and we click close preview, it's going to take us back into the builder and we're going to be in mobile. So you could build it while it's in mobile. So we could add a new section here. Let's add a button here. Right? And it's going to be inside of our account already, or in our website already. So we can add this here. It's a button, right? So we can do different layout. We can add a photo, or we can just add text and button. All right, so we have our content here. So we have our title. If we didn't want that title there, we could remove that. If we didn't want that text, we could remove that. And all we're left with is the button, right? Or we could add our turn on a tagline if we wanted to. Or again, within each section, you can add, remove, customize. If we wanted a secondary button, we could add a secondary button there. We could do all of that within there. Our background, we can go in and add a custom color if we wanted to, change the background color there. Again, within each section, you can just, you can get pretty pretty granular with what you want to do there. And we can see we're on the free plan, so it's going to say powered by Square down at the bottom there. And if we hit publish, our site will be live. And you can see here, there's the options for like if you wanted to, you know, register a domain name that's not already registered or use a domain name you already own, you could do that as well. Right? If we go back to our website and we hit refresh, now we're going to see those extra sections that we added here. There's those buttons that we added. I didn't link the buttons to anything or this to anything either. I can go back and I can click on this. I can click here and I can delete. I don't want to duplicate it. I want to delete it. Go back here. Yep. We can delete it here. And click here. I can delete that section there. And this one as well. Now, if I don't hit publish, those are still going to be on my website because I haven't updated it. So I'm going to publish again. Again, you don't have any limit to how many times you can publish, how much you can change it, edit it, right? That's basically unlimited. Great question. If you want to get this service, is there free help available? So yes, we do have support available. We have a whole team of e-commerce specialists, so you can call in and get help for that. And they'll, obviously, if you're stuck or anything like that, you can do that. It's meant to self onboard. We do have connection with like some designers. If you wanted to have someone design it for you completely, you could do that as well. But it's really meant for you to be able to do it because we want you to, be empowered to do this without having to rely on someone. But if you're in there and you're stuck and you just need help, yeah, you can always call our support team and they can walk you through, how to make changes or add specific things or design, certain things. Do that. And that's included on the free plan, paid plan, that doesn't matter. So yeah, it would be live. We do have live chat as well if you wanted to go through that or anything like that. Monica asks, can you connect to apps like Calendly, or can you add and build a calendar? I don't know if we have an integration with them. I know we have our own appointments type connection there, and I'll show you that here. Let me go into, so you have Square appointments, which would essentially do the same thing. So we have, see, very similar. I built these all on the fly. So you have this barbershop here. You click here to book now. That's going to link up with Square appointments. And you'll be able to book an appointment for a haircut, beard trim, things like that. Or these could be your services. If you have multiple people, you can have different staff members, right? That's our first party solution for that. All right, so asking for the Square support. I should have this number memorized. I always double think. All right, so if I scroll down to the bottom here, so customer support is right here, 855-700-6000. I'm going to copy and paste that into the chat here. So that's, you can call, I believe they're open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time. So you can connect through there. Let me look here. Someone asked about Calendly. So let me get back into my account here. Sorry for making you dizzy with that. Go back into my account and we'll take a look at the actual app marketplace and see if there's something in there for that. Again, we're in the main dashboard here. Let's see, settings, app integrations. And these are a lot of third-party services that can connect. Just here, some here. Go to the app marketplace. Here's where you'll see all of our integrations there. Ooh, sorry, that's kind of moving all over the place here. I just saw one for Acuity scheduling, QuickBooks Online, some bookkeeping apps. Let me go up top here. Categories, booking and scheduling. I don't see Calendly in there, but let me go back into the builder here. If Calendly gives you some HTML code to paste onto your website, you can actually do that through there. Let me show you how that would happen here. Get back into the builder. There's a section for that. So like if you wanted to embed something, like Calendly may give you something for that. We can go to add section. And there's embed code here. Okay, so it looks like the embed code is an upgraded feature. So you could do that where it would give you would enter in your code and it would show up on your page there. Or you could just create a link to Calendly, from your site as well. All right, I think that's the majority of what obviously you have everything in here. The majority of what I wanted to show you. So if you have any more questions or if there's anything else you wanted me to demo specifically, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I can give you some time back. Or maybe if there's something you think you feel I didn't cover or wanted me to cover, feel free to ask. Happy to do so. One thing I want to, as we're waiting here, I mean, it's easy to do. Again, we do have, someone mentioned, thank you. We do have support for that. We understand you open up a bakery to become a baker and not to become a web designer or a social media expert. So that's why, the stuff we do is meant to try to, be as do it as much do it yourself as you can, right? There is a setup guide that kind of goes through. You can see support is here as well. This will take you to the support center where you can get more info about the ScoreOnline platform. A bunch of help articles here, support assistant, and all of that there as well. But then again, we also have some of that here. We actually just launched this, I believe yesterday. So we have this page here, Square Specialists. So these are folks that have been certified as Square Specialists. They can build Square websites. They can help you set up your marketing campaigns. They can help you set up your point of sale. Like all of that here, these are all folks that are not Square, but are able to be hired for that. If that's something you're interested in, I'll add the link in the chat here as well. Because we get that folks maybe sometimes just want the ability to, to have someone else do it for them. If you don't have the time to do it yourself, great. That's totally fine, and it is an option that's available to you. So that Square Specialist link is specifically for that. Something that we highly requested. So it's super excited that that's available now. 99 Designs here is it's one of the first, and probably the one that does the most. They'll build websites for you, using your account, your Square Online, and get that up and running for you. So that's a great option for you as well. That Zoe, question about recording. We are recording, so I believe you do share that with the folks, right?
Yes. Yep. Anyone and everyone that registered will get the recording. I get it out pretty quick. So within the next 2 hours, you will have the recording to watch it at your own time and pace.
Oh, very nice. That is fast.
Yeah. Gotta get everything done right after we finish.
All right. So that's all I have. If we don't have any more questions.
Yeah, any last, Deb said, thank you for this awesome resource and information.
You're welcome, Deb.
Yeah, great questions, everyone. They're like flying in. All right. Well, if there's no last minute questions, I'll go ahead and wrap things up. But if any float in as I'm wrapping up, we can stop and answer those. Let me get this out of my view. So again, thank you, Martin, for all the presentations you've done for Grow Nebraska. Everyone has enjoyed them this far. And thank you to everyone that attended, because of course, without our sponsors, our Grow Nebraska members, even non-Grow Nebraska members that tune into these and our presenters, none of this would be possible. If you have any questions for me, you can email me at zoe@grownebraska.org. And if there's any questions for people watching the recording, I will have Martin's email, so you can send any questions his way, or if you have any additional things that you want to utilize with Square, you can always contact Martin. And then we have some awesome upcoming trainings. These are actually our last two of the year, which is mind-blowing that we're already almost to the end of 2023. So next Wednesday, November 1st, Maria Elena Duran will talk about sell online with e-commerce tools. And then on November 16th, Zoe, will actually be doing a photography course. It's just going to be the basics and how you can use your smartphone to take some awesome product photography. These are both up on the website, so be sure to visit grownebraska.org and click the upcoming trainings tab, and you can get registered for those now, and then you don't have to worry about it once November arrives, or you can scan the QR code, of course. And then feel free to leave the Grow Nebraska Foundation a Google review. As most of you know, we enjoy reading everyone's thoughts and opinions about the Grow Nebraska Foundation. So be sure to scan the QR code and leave some words for us, or you can type in the Grow Nebraska Foundation, and there you can leave a Google review. And then save the date for Market Tech Conference 2024. It is on February 29th, and it's a day full of learning, networking, connecting, and fun. I have enjoyed it every year that I have attended. I believe this will be my fourth year going, and maybe my third. I can't remember off the top of my head. But speakers will be announced soon, so be on the lookout for that on our social media or markettechconference.com. And that is all my announcements. So again, thank you, Martin, and thank you to everyone that attended live, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.